Jonathan O would like to ask us, how did you guys come up with the name Minority 905? I mean, I see some other people answer that already, but we'll answer it again as well.
Or John should say.
Yeah.
So the short version of it is Minority, the Green Day song, and then 905, which is our area code. If you want to hear the long version,
Go for it.
I don't know. It's because I felt that I've been like a minority my whole life. You know, like in high school, I didn't drink, do drugs and stuff. I kind of felt left out. And then at one point, I listened to Green Day. I really liked the song Minority. And then I was like, you know, it's not that bad being different. So that's kind of how I got Minority. And then, yeah, 905 is just our area code.
Yeah, done. Just made a pun.
Ben Stanley asks, what recording software do you use and how do you do it? How do you do it?
How do you do it?
Yeah, we use Logic Pro X.
First, you click on the shortcut, and then it'll open the program.
So we have like this small interface. I think it says Scarlett Solo. Then yeah, we just record everything.
And
one track at a time though.
And I usually record all the drums at home, also on Logic Pro with my electronic drums. Then send it to them. They add other stuff.
I guess moving on to filming, like once the recording's all done, every now and then we'll send our tracks to Mason and he'll mix them for us. We all get together and just film different shots, and when we're not all together, we'll just kind of do the separate sort of shots where, like, you know, you'll see that in like Revolution Radio and Still Breathing covers. Yeah. Bang Bang is when we're like all able to get together and film.
And then put everything in Final Cut Pro, edit. There you go.
And we make sure we never film outside of the basement because monsters are outside.
Yep.
Dirty Dean says, I know John follows wrestling. Does anyone else in the group follow? If so, who are your favorite wrestlers? I don't follow it, but I mean, Macho Man Randy Savage is really funny. I really like his voice. Oh yeah, I'm the cream of the crop.
I mean, like when I was younger, I used to watch it a lot, and I kind of just stopped. But every time I log into our YouTube, I see all the recommended WWE because of John.
Yep. Yeah, that's funny. I always see it too. I don't know, John Cena. John Cena is the man.
My favorite wrestlers, so a legend would be Shawn Michaels. Someone from a couple years ago would be CM Punk, as you can tell. And right now would be Dean Ambrose.
Oh wait, favorite wrestler, Rey Mysterio. The best guy.
I've always played with like some WWE figurines as like when I was probably like 10 or 11 because a friend of mine was always like into them and he collected them, so it was always fun playing with those guys.
True.
You keep them in packages.
Hey, it was nice talking to you at Magic Pizza in Oakville forever ago. Thanks for getting me to pick up the guitar again. Could I join you guys for a session or two for fun or a vid? I enjoy rhythm guitar mostly. You can contact me on Facebook, Zachary Chillman.
You trying to replace me?
You got the skills. You're better than Chris.
How did they meet?
Yeah, I guess this is how did you meet?
On Tinder.
Yes.
Yeah, I swiped right for all of them.
Well,
how did we meet, huh? Who meet?
Okay,
Who met first? I think you guys met first.
Oh yeah, we can kind of go through the timeline.
I met Steven when I played in my old band, The Blind Society.
Which, when we met, was called Pulse 52.
Which, when we met, we had the name Pulse 52. And, yeah, we just met there.
Yeah, I was with my old high school band called 72 Resolutions.
And then, like, we talked there, and then, like, he's like, oh, you're such a good drummer. I'm like, oh, thanks.
Then I kind of tried joining, like, or just jamming with him or something. It didn't really pan out, and then we jammed one time.
So you were cheating on your band?
I think like one
I'm
time,
cheating on you guys right now, technically. No.
Like one time we jammed with Alex and you.
Yeah.
In the summer.
Yeah, that was good times.
And
yeah, so we usually play. Back then, we used to play Blitzkrieg Bop by the Ramones, and we would ask somebody to go on stage to sing, and then he volunteered.
I did not volunteer. My friends were like, "Oh, go sing it! Yo, go sing it!" And like I went to sing it, and it was pretty terrible. Pretty bad experience.
Yeah, that's how I met Spaz.
Oh, also I think I saw Alex and I said, hey, nice shirt. And then a few months later, he's like, oh, you want to come drum for us? Because we need a drummer for a few shows. And I just came. We learned their songs and we played the shows. And then they're like, oh, doing the band forever. Yeah.
Oh yeah, also me and Spaz were in the same class. I didn't know he was in my class and I was like,
oh, yeah,
yo, is that you? Like on our Facebook chat, remember?
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, is that you like behind me?
Oh yeah. And then, yes.
And then I met Steven at like some birthday party.
Yeah, so I was playing with my other high school band, Letters to Home, in which I played drums. That was a pretty sweet indie rock band. So I had a gig with Minority 905 at this girl Abby's 16th birthday party, and I first met John there. And as much as I liked Minority 905, I thought you were a bit of a poser at the time. Still good though, you were still good, but just like a little too Billy Joe.
He was jelly.
And then I guess time went on. I still followed Minority 905. Spaz, who I had met previously, invited me into the band when they needed a bass player. And
how did you meet Mason?
Mason was in like one show in Brampton, and he's like, "Hey, I like you guys. I want to record you." And I'm like, "All right." I thought he was Japanese, but he's Filipino. So I went over to
He's more Japanese now.
Then we just started recording and shit.
Yeah, we met Chris. We just kind of like
So I have a story for that. So I saw these guys, their Green Day medley on Green Day Authority, and at the time I went and watched it, and I was like, this is really good. I hate these guys so much because they're way better than me, all put together. So I was really jelly at the time, but I held it back. I was like, all right, that's cool. They're fine. They're doing their thing. I'm proud of them. So a few months passed by. I don't remember if I just remembered the medley or not, or I went to their Facebook anyway, and I saw, hey, we're looking for a new guitarist, and that was from like April, and this was June, I guess. So messaged them and told them, it's like, oh yeah, I know like every Green Day song ever because I'm a loser. So and they're like, oh hell yeah, we're losers too. So yeah,
I never said that.
I
don't know why you keep saying we're losers.
I might have.
Luck is for losers, John.
Yeah, luck is for losers. I don't need luck.
Exactly.
Hence I'm not a loser.
Anyway, so
Wolwyn?
oh,
Okay, so we're gonna.
we're back after our camera cut off.
Yeah. So we have to answer your questions again.
Yay! So starting from what, Eli or?
Eli, yeah. All right, Steven, go for it.
All right, Eli Van Noort would like to ask us, what is each of your favorite punk albums and why?
Are we gonna go into what punk is?
Well, we're just gonna.
He went on a rant the last time he answered this.
Yeah. So
punk is hard to define. Like it's changed over the course of time when it counts. If you're like, oh, you're a sellout, then it's hard to say what counts as it. Yeah.
Alright, let's go for it.
Just name one.
my favorite was probably Dookie, just because I don't know. I feel it is punk.
Yeah, I'll go with American Idiot.
I'll go with Insomniac because it's the response that Green Day had to being outcast from the punk community, which I feel is pretty punk in itself. So.
I'll just stick with Take Off Your Pants Jacket, even though it's not punk rock, pop punk, but whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bad Brains are a good punk band though, or like Black Flag and Ramones and Descendants.
It's like our Ramones pop punk. They're the most popular punk band.
I mean, all those girls wear the T-shirts, but they don't know what it is.
No.
What's the Ramones?
I thought it was a clothing brand.
What's Nirvana?
Yeah.
That's another brand.
Yeah.
Linkster50 asks, do you guys ever think you'll cover MCR or 21 Pilots or Panic at the Disco?
Yes.
Probably
Yeah, probably
MCR
eventually.
and Panic. I don't know about two.
Yeah.
I swear, if these guys ever get singed by a record label, they are going places. They've got a ton of talent. Well, thank you for that, and I really hope they sing us the contract when they sign us.
Please sign with our label.
We'll take all of your money.
Alright, let's look at this one by Larry Cameron. Can you perform the long Youngblood by Green Day?
Is there a long version?
I don't even.
I thought it was just 2 minutes and 50 seconds.
And then we answered that you can ask Mason to do it. You can probably do it. So
With a link.
Yeah.
There.
John F. Fassy1 would like to ask us, would you rather blow a 3-1 lead in the NBA Finals or blow a 25-point lead in the Super Bowl?
Which one would you go with?
We talked about this before, and blowing a 25-point lead in one game is better than losing like 3 games in a row. It's just...
Yeah, plus the thing I explained earlier. Because there's more people on your team. You're not playing both ends.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's my first take right there.
What's sport ball? I don't play sport ball.
So yeah, we would rather blow a 25-point lead in the Super Bowl because you can blame your defense or something for not holding the lead down. The movie Dude 90s says, you guys ever listen to Get Up Kids? They're a pretty cool band you guys might like. Also, congrats on 10K subs. You guys are really good.
Thanks, man.
Thank you. And no, we haven't listened to the Get Up Kids.
I've heard of them. They were in a Wonder Years song one time.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't listen to that.
I checked out like one song, and it was like an acoustic thing.
Yeah,
sorry.
The 3 covers of the singles by Green Day, they were amazing, but what was your favorite cover of the 3 to do? Bang Bang, Rev Rad, or Still Breathing?
Still breathing. During any live performances, have you guys smashed the guitar or done something close to that? And if so, why?
We're not rich, man. Like, guitars are they're worth a lot of money. Like, shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had my share of stage freakouts and
string breaking.
And just like years of doing kind of like freelance gigs in Toronto's kind of like jazz scene or like classical scene. Like, I've seen some things, man. I've seen some things. There was one time I had my charts on the floor and I was doing a jazz gig and like there was a kid kind of sitting up front, and then he just kind of like walked all over my charts and was just kind of like lying on them and stuff. And I was just kind of like, no. Well, it was funny at the time, but it was just kind of like, no, don't do that.
We don't break stuff.
Yeah, I don't break my instruments.
We're too poor. I've only broken sticks on shows and like sometimes
not on purpose.
Not on purpose, of course.
Steven Suntalk says, I don't understand why you guys aren't signed to touring. People heard you. I think your 10,000 would have at least 2 more zeros on the end of it. Are you getting noticed in Toronto at least? Any radio play? What about gigs around Toronto? Do you do many? Basically wonder where you guys are in terms of getting the word out and getting picked up. Your online stuff is great, i.e. YouTube, but as I live on BC, I don't know what the local i.e. Toronto's awareness of you is.
Alright, so
thank you. Next question.
Are you getting noticed in Toronto at least?
Slowly but surely, I would say.
Sort of, slowly.
Like, okay, if all of our YouTube stuff was just based in Toronto, like the 10,000 subs were from Toronto, we'd be doing good local.
We'd be signed by now.
Yeah, like absolutely. But since it's YouTube, it's all over the place. We have fans in everywhere, and like that's great, and we love that. It's just local doesn't really do much, and people don't really seem to care for it.
I've had people walk up to me and be like, "Oh, yeah, are you from that band we already now?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I know."
That's never happened.
My little sister has people at school who listen to us actually.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
that's pretty sick.
Yeah,
I think part of the reason why we started the YouTube thing also is because we weren't getting that many opportunities to like play and stuff. So yeah, I mean, we just started YouTube, make our own opportunities.
Exactly. That's what matters into your own hands.
Yeah,
and it's worked out so far.
Mm-hmm.
Any radio play?
What about gigs around Toronto?
Well, plug the college radio.
Yeah, we've gotten college radio play before, but nothing like major or like anything. Like
CFRE, what is the station?
Yeah, CFRE radio.
Ethan Boyd asks, what other bands inspire you other than Green Day? Also, can you do a full album cover one day? If you do it, it should be Insomniac.
Well, other bands that inspire you other than
Sweet
Green
Children.
Day. Yeah, Sweet Children, right? I mean, I listen to a lot of different music, so I take inspiration from like all kinds of different things, whether it's listening to like different kind of vocal melodies or just different elements of how a song progresses. Like I just kind of pick stuff up from that, whether it's from like pop music or rock music, punk music, metal music, what have you, right?
Human music.
Asking for bands.
Earth radio.
But like specific bands, I mean, like I don't know. My Chemical Romance has some cool stuff. You can pick up some good things, how to build up a song from them. I don't know, like Paramore are good too. John likes them and stuff. Okay, John, why don't you take it?
I would go probably Yellow Card, All Time Low, Paramore, Tonight Alive, and Simple Plan, I guess.
For me, it's hard to say bands specifically, but like stuff that got me into music in general was just like video game music. So like all the Mario stuff, all the Zelda stuff, all the Pokemon stuff. Like when I got into music, I just wanted to make music in general. Bands is like it's a big part of it. So like I was really attracted to bands because like bands like Green Day and Red Hot Chili Peppers and like really big stadium acts that can really command a crowd and put on a great show. Those are the guys that really attracted me. Like even the Beatles, like back in the day, like when they were still touring, like they had huge stadium shows that had never really been done before, and they were able to barely command those crowds just because everyone decided, let's just show up and scream and not listen to the music, like a One Direction concert. It's just like that.
Yep.
Yeah, some things don't change. History repeats itself, kids.
Yep. And for me, other genres would be like metal, post-hardcore, hardcore, rap, that kind of stuff.
Okay, don't stop what you're doing. Keep it up. You guys became my favorite band. Ayo! Yeah, thank you. That's super cool that we're your favorite band.
If you generally mean that and you like us more than like other popular bands, then seriously, thank you.
Yeah.
What turns you on really? Because I'll do anything to you.
Anything. Do any of us have a foot fetish?
No, we don't.
I don't get it, honestly.
I don't get it either. Feet.
I think he's just asking like what's your type or something. I don't know.
What's my type?
Who looks at hentai here? I know John does.
What?
Babes who play basketball. That's always fun.
Anything.
Yeah. Suicide Girls.
As long as you like music and shit and you're fun.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you're loyal. You're cool to me.
Loyal.
You can't make a hoe a housewife.